Yeah, I'm talking about you. I know you did.
And Joanne Watson, these are the national ones. Joanne Watson, and we have
Right, but you and Joanne in modern day terms, you tried to do it in Chicago, and Joanne Watson tried to do it in Detroit. But guess what? The blacks in the city turned on you.
Yeah.
Because you were violating the code of ethics. You and Joanne Watson in Detroit and you in Chicago, that's why they voted you out of office. You violated the code of conduct, which says there's no black should ever use his position of power to help black folk. That's why when Obama got out of office, he ran for 2 years in campaigning and 8 years in office. He did not do one single solid thing specifically to help black folk in America. And boast about it. Told Joanne Watson and Maxine Waters, the only way I'll ever do anything for black folk, they got to make me. And then I don't represent black folk, I represent all the people. And see, but he never said in that word all, A-L-L, black folk inside of that. Right. How can a black person sit in a public office and do things specifically for Jews, for Arabs, for Asians, for Hispanics, for women, for midgets, for humpbacks, for transgenders, for people with hernias or hemorrhoids, but won't do anything for black folk? I did a survey back in 1960 where I looked at on black elected officials compared to the social economic discomfort conditions of black folk across America in terms of food stamps, welfare, imprisonment, dysfunctional schools, dysfunctional family, drug abuse, all these kind of things. I use the social indicators to equate the conditions of black folk, because that time in 1960 you only had three black elected officials of any significance in the country. And so I said, I did that survey and showed that black folk were going into extremely bad conditions. Now, I waited 30 years from 1960 to 1990, and I used the same indicators to see what are the conditions of black folk in 1990. It should be tremendously better because the number of black elected officials have gone up over 9,000. 9,000. They're going from 3 to over 9,000. That's a 9,000% increase. I said if there's a 9,000% increase, then hell, that should be black folks should be floating on air. I said, let me see what the conditions are. I looked at the conditions and ran the same indicators, and not only had black folk not progress, they've gone backwards. They're going backwards because they've still being injured by that code of ethics that was put in place in 1870. And that is that black folk in public office must not do anything for their own people. And that's why there's never been a connection between putting a black person in office and black folk getting benefits, except a few instances I talked about earlier. The Harold Washingtons, the Maynard Jacksons, the Adam Clayton Powell, the Joanne Watsons, and the Dorothy Tillmans. There are a couple more, but that's it. That's it. Most blacks go to public office, the first statement they're going to make is, I'm here to represent all the people. And that's a violation. That is a contradiction of the principle of politics. Politics is based on a very simple premise, Dorothy. It's based on the concept of quid pro quo, something for something. One hand washes the other. If I elect you to public office, you must represent me in a representative nation. This government is functioning on being representative of a certain constituents. So when you get elected to a public office, your first responsibility that you swear an oath to, saying, I hereby promise and swear to protect and serve those who put me in office. Right. And black elected officials never accept that, even though they swear on the Bible that's what they're going to do.
They run around here now hollering about SWAT stickers and impeach the president and all that, and not saying nothing about us.
Welcome back to the End of the Bench Podcast. And that was Dr. Claude Anderson. I got my special guest calling in just a second. This is HRap B as usual. I hope you enjoyed that clip by Dr. Claude Anderson, one of the most powerful people in our community. Let me say all that again. I had the music up a little bit too loud. Again, welcome back to the End of the Bench Podcast. This is HRap B. I'm built for this network. I hope you enjoyed that clip. Dr. Claude Anderson, one of my favorite brothers in the history of the country. He's 80 years old now, so he's cut from that cloth of people that always spoke up for us, always did the repping for us, and put us in the best possible situation. And I'm waiting on my guest to call in now, and I want to know what y'all thought about that. Did that touch any of you guys? Did that put you in the state of mind of thinking about what's going on our community? If it did, please tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Brothers Gonna Work It Out, hosted by number one Chief Rocket Jersey Vern, featuring myself. I am going to make this a mainstay in my show on a weekly basis because it is important that we do that. All right, I want to introduce y'all to this week's guest. Some of y'all already know him. He goes by the name of DGreat.
Bro, DGreat in LA. What's up, baby?
What's good, man? I was just introducing you to everybody. I had played the clip of Dr. Claude Anderson letting people know that politicians are basically sworn in to keep you in a bad situation unless you know them. But before we get into all that, I want to introduce to everybody. This is my main man, DGreat, the greatest of South Central, a good brother. He's also a fellow podcaster on Built for This Network. I want y'all to get to know him. He's going to tell his story. I want you guys to support him. He was in the chat room under DGreat from South Central. DGreat from South Central. Real good brother. I'll let your boy, man. Welcome to the End of the Bench podcast. New segment, Rappin with HRap. What's up, man?
What up, dog? What's going on? What's going on, chatters? What's up, baby? What's going on, man? You doing big things. You got Claude Anderson dropping knowledge, man. That's dope right there. That's big time dope.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna try to. I try to do a Black History fact or something like that. I'm gonna do something like that. I'm not gonna try to do it. I'm going to do something like that every week, bro. I'm gonna put us in the situation to whereas you're gonna get something besides simply sports and conversation from the End of the Bench podcast. You know, we all love sports, but at some point we need to start talking about more important things and enlightening each other. How you feel about that?
That's what's up, because it gives other people a chance to explore other avenues of making themselves better. Instead of us telling them things, they can hear other things and they can do the research for themselves, first of all, to improve things in their life. You feel me? Because we could talk and we could tell them this and this and that, you know, but once you start researching yourself and start eating the food yourself of knowledge, then you're making yourself better on your own. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. DGreat, man, we love your show, Sunday Night Love Jones, Monday Night Love Jones, affectionately known as the Gudio. Wednesday, Westside Wednesday.
Gudio, baby.
Where you share a little piece of yourself and let people know what's on your mind. And then occasionally Friday and Saturday you might do a show depending on if you're busy or not. Man, tell us who you are.
Right.
You know who we are. Tell us who you are, man.
Man, I'm just an average plain Jane, man. You know what I'm saying? Government name DeMarcus Edward Gray, born in Los Angeles, California, man, 1968. I just turned 52 a couple of weeks ago, man, which is a blessing, man, because I never thought on this earth that I was going to reach such an age due to the fact that the health history of our people in my family with high blood pressure, you know, all the things that black folks suffered, man. I thought I was going to be, at an early age, a statistic of that due to the fact my father passed away when he was 43, and my grandfather passed away, and all my uncles, you know, they had some type of diabetes or some type of heart issues, man, and it just ran in my family. So seeing that domino effect, man, I'm thinking like, dude, you next, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm the next male in line. Because we have a lot of females in my family, so I'm the next male in line. So I mean, I'm be real with you, bro. I was scared, man. When I passed 43, I was like, okay, I made 43. So when I hit 50 a couple of years ago, man, it was just I was so overwhelmed. And every year is a blessing. Every day is a blessing, man. You know, with the COVID situation and with different things going on in our lives, man. You know, with our health and being overweight, trying to lose weight. And I'm just thinking like, man, I got to get it right, man, because I want to be here longer, bro. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, born and raised in South Central L.A., man. Graduated Humboldt State University, which is the small Cal State school in California, man, you know, up north, almost close to, it was the city of Eureka, Arcata, California, man, almost close to Oregon, man. That was in 1986 when I got an opportunity to get out the city, bro. I was gonna go to a junior college and play. I was gonna go to a junior college and play football, and but I had a recruiter up north that was recruiting people to go play ball to the Division II school. Man, I said, you know what? My chances of really getting into any type of college, if I can go to a 4-year college, I'm going, man. It was the best thing of my life because I got out the city in '86. Man, it was if you think back in '86, you think about the drugs that was placed in Los Angeles. If you watch the movie Snowfall, that kind of shows a little bit of that. It was crazy back in the late '80s, man, and I think it saved my life. I had a recruiter named R.W. Hicks. He played football for the Detroit Lions, and he was a counselor, and he was one of the coaches on the football team up there. He came and got me, man, and my life changed ever since because it took me out the hood. It took me out this ghetto concrete to see other things in life, man, to see, just explore different cultures, different way of thinking, just not just, you know, just hood mentality type of things, you feel me? It took me out of that element. You know, my mom's, hey, if you think about it, my mom said, you graduate high school, get a job, and you good, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted more than that, you know what I'm saying? So, and I just took the opportunity. Now, it wasn't easy, bro, because I wasn't like, college to me was a struggle, bro. It was a struggle just to survive. Other people went to college and they was studying, getting A's, man. As long as I got a C or a B, hell, sometimes if I got a D to pass the class, I was good because I just needed to survive. You know what I'm saying? It was very expensive, and it is very challenging for me, man, because, you know, bad study habits, being on the football team, and just been disposed. Just do it. You on your own. You 18, 19, you on your own. You never been on your own before. You just doing all kind of crazy stuff, man, out there.
Oh, yeah.
So,
one second.
You know what I'm saying?
1 second. I got a question. DGreat. What's the movie Coach Carter about one of DGreat, the movie Coach Carter about one of the players that played at Humboldt State University. The movie, you know, with Samuel Jackson. Oh, really? Yeah, no, he was asking this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, see, I had no idea about that. I saw that movie, Coach Carter, too. For those who just tuned in, this is a new segment on my show called Rappin' with HRap, where I'm having individuals from all over the country. Today we got our brother DGreat from Esquire Radio, from the Gudio, from Los Angeles. He's telling his life story, giving his perspective. To continue, you got up there, and it was culture shock, and it's the first time you was on your own. Shoot.
Right. When I looked at the brochure of my coach, I looked at it, and it said 1% African Americans was going to that school. Matter of fact, it didn't even say African American, it said black. You feel me?
Right.
So I'm like, oh, wow, man. So, but, you know, when I got up there, man, I met some brothers from L.A., a lot of brothers from South Central, from Fairfax High School, Dorsey High School, Washington High School. These are L.A. inner city schools, man. We bonded as brothers. Met brothers from the East Bay, Oakland, San Francisco, Pittsburgh, California, man. We bonded as brothers, and as we grew, every year more blacks was getting recruited to come to that school.
Okay.
And to this very day, man, it's like my cousin, like 3 years ago. She just graduated from that school, man. So it was a blessing. I got brothers, man, from that school, brothers and sisters that I love dearly, and yeah, man, it saved my life, man. But that was just my college experience, man. Trying to play football, and then think about it, I withdrew. And if anybody that withdrew college, I quit college twice, man. And I went back and still got my BA degree in social science. You know what I'm saying? So, awesome. With that being said, I've been working with. I always wanted to help people. So I've been working with young kids all my life, man, working in group homes, I worked at Job Corps, worked in Texas when I lived in Texas. I was teaching life skills to kids. So